So if no isn't always no, is yes always yes? Last week we discovered that no isn't always no. In fact, no is often the starting point to great communication. I'm Olivia Roberts, MAPS Mastery and Bold Coach. So let's dive into the three different types of yeses. Now, the three different types of yeses: the counterfeit yes, the confirmation yes, and the commitment yes. Now, last week we explored from the shift, Gary Keller shares that while people speak in absolutes, they seldom think in absolutes. So most of the time, a no, it's not an absolute no, and a yes isn't an absolute yes. People, we use these words without being committed to them, and so we don't really know where people are unless we ask questions, and that's where we discover what they're committed to. Now, as a salesperson, you and I, we're not attached to their decision. Our goal is just to help them make one. Check out the decision continuum in Shift on page 101. Now, a counterfeit yes is one in which our counterpart plans on saying no, and yet they feel like yes is an easier escape route. We've all been there. A confirmation yes, it's generally a reflexive response to a black or white question. It's just a simple affirmation, no promise of action. And then you have the commitment yes. Now, this is the real deal. It's the true agreement that leads to action, a yes at the table, signature on a contract. Now, the commitment yes is what you desire, and yet there is knowledge and knowing and understanding that there are three different types of yeses, right? So with three types of yeses, and of course, they almost sound the same, you have to learn how to recognize which one is being used. So whether you call it buy-in or engagement or something else, good communicators know that our job is to gently guide our counterpart to discover that their goal is his or her own. And as we learned last week, getting your counterpart to a no quickly by asking solution-based questions is important. So if you didn't listen to last week's video, go ahead and do so now. It'll be further on your below on your Facebook page. So definitely check that out. How it's getting to know is quicker is better. So I trust that you are well on your way to understanding and mastering no and yes. Now, for those of you who aren't sure if you're going to take the entire Bold program, register for First Step to Bold. It's a free full day of amazing training, motivation, and dialogue that you're able to immediately put into your business, whether you take the entire course or not. So you can register today with the link in the comments. And as a bonus, when we hit 100 First Step to Bold registrations for your Bold launch by tomorrow evening, we're going to actually do a drawing on Wednesday for a half Bold scholarship. So register now. All right, until next week, be bold.